Santa Maria's mission is to be an advocate for the families of the Price Hill community. Santa Maria Community Services helps families achieve self-sufficiency through educational, health, and wellness initiatives. One example of this is our Stable Families program.
So the Stable Families program is a long-term program between 12 to 18 months where we help people avoid eviction, help the kids stay in school so they don't miss any of their education, and also just create family goals and go over their monthly budget so they can plan ahead for their monthly expenses and just staying on top of everything. A good portion of our immigrant families are from Guatemala, and a lot of them speak other dialects, so Spanish is usually their second language.
Yo tengo una copia del contrato, sí, no hay problema, yo acuerdo todas las cosas.
The hardest thing for me personally is that I sometimes feel like I'm not ever doing enough for my families, and I know that's like killing my self-esteem, and I know I'm not in control of everything that happens, like I can't change things magically, but I always want other avenues, and I have a hard time when there's like no other avenues for my families. Just makes me feel like I'm not as good of a helper as I should be.
Nosotros cuando lo agarramos la renta, ella dijo que iba a estar arreglando todas las cosas que estaban descompuestas, y al final cuando nosotros le empezamos a llamar que arreglara, nunca vino a arreglar, nada más se enojó la señora. El primer problema es el piso, está levantado, y en el baño no solo tiene para agua caliente, no tiene para agua fría. En donde comemos no tiene para poner aire, el refri no servía. Tuve que estar comprando comida para los niños porque no se enfriaba.
And this is all peeling out. Y hay plomo en la pinta, ¿verdad?
Sí.
And there's lead in the paint. So we helped Ana Luz apply for multiple properties with other landlords. We recently just filled out an application for Habitat for Humanity. Unfortunately, the landlord had to sign off on that and submit her paperwork in order for Ana Luz to participate. She never filled out the form and sent it back to me. And the deadline was July 26th, so. There are times where I can't sleep at night because I am so afraid of a family becoming homeless on the street, especially when there's little kids and babies in diapers, and just hearing about their own trauma and the things that they've endured in their life. Sometimes it passes on secondhand to me, and I carry it with me, and that's like really heavy because some of their situations is just unimaginable.
Well, officially it's called compassion fatigue. Secondhand trauma. So our families might have had trauma, i.e. growing up in poverty, maybe an unsafe neighborhood, whatever that might be, and they tell their story to the staff because they've got this relationship with them that's trusting, and then staff kind of internalize that.
I have a condition called trichotillomania, and it falls under the category or umbrella of OCD and anxiety. And so it's a hair pulling disorder. And so since I was 10 years old, I pulled out my eyelashes. And there are moments where things are good and I have them all. And then there's times where things are stressful and I kind of, cope in that way.
This isn't a job, it's a passion. We're all here for the right reason. So sometimes it's hard to go home and forget that and leave that at the door because we all care.
But I try to, bring myself back down to earth and be grounded. So that could be yoga, cooking, spending time with my new baby, my pets, my husband. And I always have them to talk to, especially my husband and my peers. I could talk to them and talk about some of the hardships that I'm facing.
So sure, we have, situations where we get discouraged, where we might not have the resources, or we're just tired. Sometimes we're just tired. But we have so many great moments and so many successes, it makes every day worth it.
So we just got good news. Ana Luz got her SNAP benefits reinstated and they moved to a new house with no issues. The kids have somewhere safe to live, and I'm happy to see the family transition from subpar housing into adequate housing. We put all our efforts in to make this community thriving and beautiful. We just love the work that we do because we grow with our families.